How we doing, everybody? This is Let's Be Real Brad. Today we are talking about what is considered the greatest film of all time, Citizen Kane. Citizen Kane is a 1941 drama film by Orson Welles, who is also its producer, co-screenwriter, director, and star. The picture was Welles' first feature film, considered by many critics, filmmakers, and fans to be the greatest film ever made. I personally don't believe this is to be the absolutely best film ever made, as I have a video talking about that already, but is it in the top 10? Absolutely. Citizen Kane is the golden height of cinema, where this film reimagined the landscape and made something so profound and magnificent. To me, this is the perfect film in every way possible that I still think manages to hold up today. To start off, let's talk about Orson Welles' magnificent performance behind the camera. He clearly excels in all his shot compositions and pushes the idea of long takes having superb shots. It is truly excellent, as it really was beyond its time. The acting is incredible, as everyone gives an outstanding performance. For a good chunk of the main cast, this film was actually their debut, which is astounding considering there's not one mediocre performance. This could be due to them being exceptionally talented and Orson Welles' incredible direction and command of the film. He knows exactly how he wants this film to feel and look like throughout. The cinematography is perfect, being done by Gregg Toland. He uses an extended use of deep focus where the background, foreground, and everything in between are all in sharp focus. Toland did this through his experimentation with lighting and lenses. Welles felt that the camera should show what the eye sees, and that it was a bad theatrical convention to pretend that there was no ceiling. A big lie in order to get all those terrible lights up there, he said. He became fascinated with how the look of low angles, which made even dull interiors look interesting. It was truly ahead of its time and still looks gorgeous. Editing is some of the best of all time, and I must agree with that. It is edited to perfection, as every scene flows so naturally and smooth. No shot ever feels out of place. One of the editing techniques used was the use of montage to collapse space and time, using an episodic sequence on the same set while the characters changed their makeup and costume between the cuts, so that the scene following each cut would look as if it took place in the same location, but at a time long after the earlier cut. Film often uses long dissolves to signify the passage of time and a psychological effect of the characters. The music is truly excellent as well, composed by Bernard Herrmann. The score set up Herrmann as an important new composer of film soundtracks and changed the typical Hollywood practice of scoring a film with non-stop music. Instead, Herrmann used what he later described as radio scoring musical cues, typically 5 to 15 seconds in length, that bridge the action or suggest a different emotional response. Makeup is honestly perfect in every way. The film jumps all over the place with its narrative structure, and they use the same actors as the characters age, so the makeup done by Maurice Sederman is some of the best I have ever seen to this point. Lily had to pause the movie and look up if the older version and the younger version of Kane was the same person. Both characters felt and looked so different, which is due to fantastic performance, change of life through various parts, and incredible makeup. It is so incrementally detailed that I was so beyond shocked of how fantastic it looked. Writing is brilliant, with Herman J. Mankiewicz constructing a perfect story that was based on real life, which is highlighted in the new David Fincher film, Mank. It takes this story that Mank constructed based on his life experiences and created this remarkable real life story. The narrative jumping all over the place was completely unheard of and was completely innovative, that many studios didn't want to touch this idea because they didn't know how audiences would react. It made the story way more interesting, going in different directions without too much exposition either, except for the newsreel at the beginning. It is exceptionally long because it gives us everything we need to be truly engaged in the story and capture this man's entire life. This narrative style has been adopted and crafted by many future filmmakers, where a film like Pulp Fiction uses it in a different way. Production design is perfect. All the buildings, sets, and atmosphere of the film look so damn realistic. For its time, this was mind-blowing considering they were using so many separate locations. The budget was cut for set design, so for what they were able to carry out was truly mind-blowing. Everything is perfectly placed as it should, with every small tiny prop all being there with so much detail. To me, there are no negatives for this film. For many, this film seems very outdated and doesn't hold up to today's standards, but I completely disagree with that notion. It seems terribly slow and not as interesting, mainly because the film is a true product of its time, and it is incredibly challenging to watch a classic, magnificent film of this caliber and try to understand what is so profound and amazing. Overall, this film is clearly one of the greatest films of all time, with big technical achievements which have been studied, copied, and emulated as it was so ahead of its time. It broke the barriers on what you could create in the world of cinema. Every time I watch this film, I find something new and exciting to discover and to study. This is a film I will continue to watch and explore in the years to come. I'm giving this film a perfect 10 out of 10. Let me know down below what you all thought of Citizen Kane and of the newest film Mank. If you all enjoyed this video, like and share the video, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, as it means the world. You are liking my videos and being subscribed to the channel. You are the best. As always, I will see you all in the next video.